My task today was to talk about travelling fellowship options for women in orthopaedics. And as we've just heard from Dawn, and I found out in my research, therefore I've popped in brackets, there's not really any specific travelling fellowship opportunities specifically for women. What I hope to do today with my talk, though, is to inspire many or some, or even just one of you listening tonight or today or wherever you are, to apply for a travelling fellowship and to replace these brackets with an exclamation mark, because fellowship opportunities, travelling fellowships are available, and it would be fantastic to have women doing more of those. So why do a travelling fellowship? I'm now also having problems advancing my screen. I'll just try and reshare that. There we go. So this slide I've taken from the American Orthopaedic Association for fellowship objectives, which really apply to all fellowships and travelling fellowships. So the objectives stated here are many things that we've spoken a lot about tonight. Develop the fellows' leadership skills, connect fellows with orthopaedic leaders and fellow alumni, prepare fellows for the greater challenges of leading and improving the specialty. And I've just added there, by promoting diversity, to confront critical issues impacting the specialty, and also visible role model, also my addition to the slide here. So my background and qualifications for giving this presentation this evening. In 2019, I travelled as an Australian Orthopaedic Association, NZ Orthopaedic Association, travelling fellow with the ASEAN Orthopaedic Association. Pictured here with my two fellow travelling fellows, Rupesh from New Zealand and Alvin from Australia. So I nearly didn't apply for the fellowship when a mentor of mine suggested that I do. So there was some negative self-talk, which maybe we were all a little bit familiar with. I'm too old. Well, I actually wasn't for this fellowship, although there are specific junior travelling fellowships with an age which is generally under 45. I haven't got time. Well, I'd really recommend making the time. It's well worth it. I don't do research. Well, I don't. It's fantastic if you do research and a great opportunity to travel and present. But if you present on the topic of something that you find interesting, and they won't choose me, well, they did. So, and I'm very glad I was selected as well. So during the travelling fellowship over 2 weeks, we travelled to 4 different countries, and in 2 of these countries, we met up with the junior ASEAN Orthopaedic Association junior travelling fellows, and we're all pictured here, and you'll see a familiar figure, Dr. Sonali, who will be speaking shortly after me this evening. So the other travelling fellows were from the Philippines, Indonesia, Myanmar, Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand. During the visits, we visited hospitals. We each gave presentations, did quite a bit of sightseeing, and also ate some amazing food. So the first country was Brunei. And here I am again with Dr. Sonali and also Dr. Liza Ishak, who was going to become the first locally trained, the second female orthopaedic surgeon in Brunei. So my 2 presentation topics were on musculoskeletal health and also on diversity in Brunei. So I look back in preparing this talk over my presentation, and I've chosen one slide which I think emphasises the value of female orthopaedic surgeons doing a travelling fellowship. And the slide was titled, "How do we approach change?" And the first dot point was leadership. So to all of you listening today, yes, you are a leader. Role models. We can't be what we can't see. So to be doing travelling fellowships, we are really becoming role models to all younger potential orthopaedic surgeons. Mentors, so you can support and encourage other young women surgeons to become involved, and also support and training. So use the opportunity to engage with the wider orthopaedic community. We then travelled on to Myanmar, where we did do some orthopaedics as well as just eating some amazing food. We visited hospitals there. Met up in Malaysia. There's some familiar faces, Dr. Aslina and Dr. Rui, you may be listening tonight, or people who have worked in Malaysia. And then finished off in Indonesia at the combined ASEAN and Indonesian Orthopaedic Association and Scientific Meeting in Jakarta. And the fellows all together again there, and receiving my fellowship award, and with Dr. Chai, who was the previous president of the ASEAN Orthopaedic Association. So I've just included here, really for more demonstration than an exhaustive list. Some of the travelling fellowships are available, and some Dawn has referred to in her previous talk. In particular, the Ruth Jackson Society website really does have a long list of travelling fellowships which are available around the world. Many of the fellowships also are reciprocal, and I certainly hope one day to host the next group of ASEAN travelling fellows here in Australia. So to summarise, travelling fellowships are available for all orthopaedic surgeons, but it is so important for women to be involved. And there are many, some as short as 1 to 2 weeks. So time doesn't necessarily have to be as big a factor for much longer fellowships. The rewards, nevertheless, are well worth the investment in time, and the benefits will be felt beyond your own experience and certainly beyond your expectations. So thank you, everybody.